Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for coming. Before I continue talking, if you hear me, please flash your lights and honk your cars. Okay, we're good. All right, well, my name is Meira Blaustein. I'm the co-founder and executive director of the Woodstock Film Festival, and this is the 21st year of the festival. And we are this year at drive-ins because there's a pandemic going on. So we are, it's not funny. But we're here at the Greenville Drive-In as well as at the Overlook Drive-In in Poughkeepsie and a pop-up drive-in in Woodstock. And we'll be doing that until Sunday night, so please join us for other films as well. And there's also a great program online, woodstockfilmfestival.org, so check us out there as well. And it's so nice to be here. I'm hearing a sound. Okay, never mind. I thought maybe it was a plane. But anyway, before we're about to see tonight's film, and you're in for a triple show. We're going to see a short film, and then a feature length, and then another feature length. So it's a long and adventurous, wonderful night, and I hope you'll enjoy every bit of it. Before we talk about the full-length film that's coming up, I would like to talk about the short that's preceding it, Baby Kate. And we have the two producers of Baby Kate here, and we also have the director as well, Jennifer Lafleur. So, Jennifer, would you like to just come up and say quick? Jennifer came here from LA, along with her family and baby born, baby born,
Yes.
little baby.
Yes.
And I have the feeling that the film Baby Kate has something to do with your personal life.
A little bit. It's not autobiographical, but it kind of reflected a journey that we were on and a community that I became very involved with. Yeah.
Okay, and we have the two producers of Baby Kate.
Indeed.
Yes, this is Chelsea Bowe and Sean Drummond.
And Chelsea and Sean, you are here with the Baby Kate as well as with Fully Realized Humans.
Yes. So actually, Jen Lafleur, can everyone hear me? Sorry. Jen Lafleur actually introduced us to Josh. So we ended up doing Baby Kate after Fully Realized Humans, but she was the person who connected us to Joshua, and then we were able to produce Fully Realized Humans, which was our first narrative feature film that we produced. We also produced a documentary. So Sean and I learned a lot through the process and feel so blessed to now be dear friends with Joshua and have this very fun film.
It's definitely a fun film. I'm going to bring soon Josh Leonard here. So the film was sent to me, by Josh actually, and I knew nothing about it. And I began watching it, and immediately, I think, Josh, I responded just about instantaneously. Yes, absolutely, we want to show the film. It's so funny, fun, and smart, and really well acted, well written, well directed. And so, without further ado, the writer and director and star Josh Leonard, come join us, please. Hello, Josh. So nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you. Nice to be here at the drive-in.
So, tell us, for those of you in the audience, some of you may remember Josh from a few years back when he was one of the stars of the Blair Witch Project. And
It's like 3 or 4 years
yeah,
ago.
a few years ago. So, Fully Realized Human is a little different. And I wonder, Josh, if you can talk a little bit about the genesis of the whole story.
Sure. First of all, thank you so much for having us here. What a fun night, what a fun venue, what a great workaround for an incredibly difficult time in all of our lives. It's fun to be here. This film, the genesis of this film was that I was cripplingly depressed and had a couple of bad experiences in a row working, and wanted to manifest something quick and positive with people that I loved. I was out of town. I was in the UK while my wife was shooting over there, and I had this idea. I knew Jess, Jess Weixler, who I had collaborated with on my first feature, The Lie, was pregnant. When I had the idea, she was 6 months pregnant, and I called her and I said, I'm gonna be back in California in about 2 months, which means you'll be 8 months pregnant. I have an idea for a film that I think we can shoot in a week for like $5. And Jess said, that sounds like a fucking terrible idea, because who wants to make a film when they're 8 months pregnant? And what if I go into labor early? And I said, you know what? It doesn't matter. I just want you to say yes. And if you go into labor or if you have any complications, we'll just bag the film. We'll just stop in the middle of it. And that will be the guiding principle, because sometimes we take these things that we do so serious. And it's good to take them serious, but it's also good to remember how many things are far more important. And so we started brainstorming the idea for this film. I'm not going to give too much of it away, but we very much tied in the concept that she was 8 months pregnant at the time, and that I was a fairly new father myself, and all the existential concerns that go into that. And then I called some of my old collaborators, Ben Kasulke, who shot the movie, who I've worked with on 5 films, and as Sean and Chelsea said, I talked to Jen Lafleur and Ross Partridge, who are also in this film, and I said, I want to make a film like we did when we were young, but I'm not young anymore, so I need young people who can help me do it. And they recommended Sean and Chelsea, and without the two of them, I don't know how any of us would have had the stamina to get through all this. And we shot it in a week and a half. Actually, no, we shot it in 7.5 days in Los Angeles, and then edited for a while after that. And now this thing that was an experiment kind of built to fail, it has had a lovely life out in the festival world, and this is the first festival that we've actually been able to show up at. So it's one of the cool things as a collaboration team to get to go out and actually share your film at these festivals with an audience, and during this time we haven't been able to do that, so it's such a thrill to be here with you guys. I wish I could see any of you.
Flash your card and honk for Josh. Come on.
Those are the most loving honks. Thank you, guys.
Well, so I don't want to say much more, or I don't want Josh to say much more about the film, because you're about to watch it. So I wonder if you can talk a little bit instead about what is happening with you now during the pandemic, and are you able to work on anything, and if so, what that may be?
I have, and really the lesson in the experience that I had making this film just kind of gave me the permission to strip everything back to basics, and a friend of mine always refers to the best creativity that he does is to try to put himself back into a place pre-ego before he had a career to contend with. And because I've been doing this for over 20 years at this point, I get preconceptions about who I should be or what the fuck I should do, and none of it is real and none of it is honest. And so what this film has allowed me to do is kind of throw all those preconceptions away and figure out what makes me laugh and what makes me feel more connected to the people that I love and that I collaborate with, and what kind of work I could do that could make me a better dad, and just really focus on that stuff. So I've been able to do a lot of that, and also because we've got a little house in the area, we've been able to be in the beautiful Hudson Valley during a lot of this time period, and that's been a joy to be out of the city and watch my kid catch frogs naked in the pond.
Oh. It does sound wonderful. Well, thank you, Josh, very much
Thank
for
you.
coming, and thank you, Chelsea and Sean and Jen and Ross Partridge, all of you for coming and to be with us when we
and a
shared.
shout out to my wife Allison, who gave me permission to steal a couple fights in this film verbatim from our own life, and has been very supportive throughout this process, and all our wonderful friends who came out to the screening tonight.